The magic number today is 6 because this is our fantastic sailing program for next summer. So have a look at that map. We all love a map. It's great because it puts it all into perspective. It gives you a better idea of which of our resorts is where. And don't forget that we call them award-winning resorts because that is what they are. 6 beautiful resorts all around the continent of Europe. The big news is that we've got 2 groundbreaking and game-changing Edge series. There's beautiful, beautiful resorts that really did change the landscape when it came to enjoying an award-winning resort at sea holiday. Celebrity Apex is coming to the UK. Who's excited for Celebrity Apex? We're getting our very first ever Edge series ship sailing from Southampton, and our 4th addition to the Edge series, Celebrity Ascent. She's not ready yet. She's launching in November. She'll come over to Europe for the summer and we'll do 7 nights. I'll tell you all about it in a minute, between Barcelona and Rome. Another big piece of news is, and people are loving Celebrity Ascent and Apex in the comments, is Celebrity Equinox. Now, I remember when this ship launched in 2009 from the UK. Wow, that's 14 years ago. And she's been away for a long time in the Caribbean, but she's coming back to us and she's completely and utterly refurbished and revolutionized. A firm favorite with those that sail from UK Celebrity Silhouette will go back to Holland and be based out of Rotterdam and Amsterdam. And then a lovely Millennium series, a firm favorite with the cruises of Celebrity, Constellation and Infinity, the busiest ships, and they are smaller, so they go to more exotic places from Ravenna and from Rome, Athens, and Barcelona. So that is it in a nutshell. What I want to do is do a real deep dive into which resort is doing which itineraries. But the news is 6 beautiful ships based in Europe. These are all our departure ports. Sorry, I've missed out Rotterdam. That should be there as well. And also, a lot of people who sail with us a lot, and a lot of your regular cruisers are always looking for something different. And I like to give you, my focus today is to give you something new and exciting to talk about. How can I help you to really hook those clients in with something juicy to get them to book new destinations in Greece? Volos and Kavala. We're also going to Brindisi, right down in beautiful Puglia in the south of Italy. We're going to the Arctic Circle from Southampton, which is exciting. And you'll hear me use that word exciting so much, so I've got to find another way of saying exciting. Extremely, extremely interesting is, okay, it is exciting and it's amazing that we're getting our very own Edge series. Now, what's important, I'm going to give you loads of sales tips today, is that not only is this a beautiful Edge series ship, but it has the gold stamp of luxury approval. The Forbes Travel Guide only works with the top hotels and resorts around the world for 65 years. We're the first ever cruise line to be awarded 4 stars. Now that says that this ship is one of the best hotels in the world. So if you sell from Southampton, if you sell ex-UK cruising, you've got the chance to get your customers on one of the best resorts in the world. And the headlines for Celebrity Apex are that we're going back to Madeira. We're having overnights in the beautiful Scandinavian capitals of Oslo and Copenhagen. And we're going to the Arctic Circle. And you don't normally see that on the itinerary of a larger ship. But why shouldn't you? And I want you to think destinations, talk destinations, paint that picture. And again, those of you that know me and have been in any of my training sessions know that I am a massive fan of overnights. And I pull those out today. I want you to think about and to sell overnights as a free city break with Celebrity. because that's what they are. Particularly in the Northern Europe, it's expensive. Everything's much more expensive than it is in the UK and Ireland. Think about the money that they're saving, the value that they're adding, and also the experience they've got when they've got a beautiful Forbes Travel Guide rated award-winning resort where they can spend all of their time in these cities and enjoy their destinations. So here's a quick overview of what Celebrity Apex is offering next year from Southampton. And again, I want to pull out something that can be a real talking point for you to your clients to really get excited to sell celebrities UK sailings overnight in Copenhagen. I was in Copenhagen yesterday. I was on Apex in Copenhagen yesterday training Danish travel agents. It's a beautiful city, so colorful, so vibrant, easy to get around. And again, hotels are really expensive. So look for what's different and what's new and what can really whet the appetite of your cultural enthusiasts and your mavericks that form what we call a culturally curious indulger. Again, you tend to see the same old, same old, same old destinations. We are always mixing it up. We're excited to go to the Arctic Circle. We're going to be having 2 cruising days in the Arctic Circle. To me, that is that's our Alaska for the landscape and the wildlife. Imagine you can go that far on a beautiful resort. And of course, overnights again in Oslo. I went to Oslo for the first time this year. Absolutely loved it. A real blend of old and new and a lovely sailing. So for the geeks and the data-driven people amongst you, there is a nice full overview of our entire sailing program from Southampton this summer. And don't forget, again, you can get this by going to Celebrity Central and the toolkit section with your itineraries collection, and I'll show you where that is in a minute. What we want you to do is really talk about this momentous occasion. It's a huge piece of news for Celebrity sailing from the UK, and we've created a dedicated brochure. So those clients of yours that love to sail from Southampton that don't maybe want to fly if they're based in the UK, this is perfect for them. You can download the digital version from Celebrity Central and email it to them. And I have spelled celebrity wrong. My bad. Thanks for pointing that out. Sorry about that. Now, where can you go to get all the information and these resources and assets that you need to then promote the Celebrity Apex Southampton sailings? Again, very easy. It's all in one place. It's in the toolkit on Celebrity Central. Click once, download, put it straight onto Facebook, onto your website, Twitter, Instagram, email it to your clients, do whatever you need to do. It's all there. It's easy, it's quick, and it's convenient. Another drum roll, please. Celebrity Ascent. Celebrity Ascent, thank you, is the 4th Edge Series resort. She is coming very, very soon. This beautiful vessel will be the same size and capacity and dimensions as Celebrity Beyond. So bigger and longer than Celebrity Apex and Celebrity Edge. And don't forget that the big news with this is that we have 2 captains and they are brothers. They are the Greek Kapitsis brothers, and there's a lovely video on YouTube all about their story and how there's 11 years between them, and the younger one looks up to the older one, and it's always been their dream to be captains together. And don't forget that the godmothers of Celebrity Ascent are sisters. Yes, we've got 2 godmothers, and one of them is Captain Sandy from Below Deck. There you go. I think clients love stuff like that, and Christine does as well, and Vicky loves Captain Sandy. Talk about it, use it, put it in the conversation. I've highlighted the longer and the shorter sailings for Ascent to give you a good idea of the variety that you can choose for shorter and longer sailings. Lots of 7 nights between Barcelona and Rome, but shoulder season, you've got 9, 11, and 12 night itineraries as well. So April, May, September, and October are the longer itineraries, but I want you to think about your new to celebrity or your new to cruise clients. These 7 nights are just the right duration to experience one of the best resorts in the world and some fantastic destinations there. But don't underestimate the power and value of the longer itineraries. What do they give you? I think they give you more value. I think they give you more choice in terms of destinations, and I will always pull out the overnights. Always. We go to Sardinia, we go to Corsica. We've got overnights in the beautiful Renaissance city of Florence as well as Pisa. You can see both cities while you're there. You couldn't do that on a land holiday. Samantha loves an overnight. So really talk about those longer itineraries. Think about them. Shoulder season, pricing might be a bit better, and it's not as busy as the heights of summer. Then, oh, my baby Silhouette. So she's based in Southampton, going back to Holland, Amsterdam and Rotterdam, mainly Northern Europe. But again, I'm just trying to pull out something that you might go, oh, I've missed that. Alan loves Silhouette. Barcelona to Athens is a repositioning cruise, 12 nights, Italy, Greece, and Croatia, because most of the summer, Silhouette sails from Rotterdam and Amsterdam right up to Northern Europe, but then we send it down to the Holy Land. But that's a nice one-off that. The 9th of September 24 is Barcelona to Athens. So let's have a little look at that. I'm giving you a nice overview again of what Silhouette does from Holland. And again, I pulled out something that is a talking point. I haven't seen Gdansk on an itinerary of ours for quite some years. And I believe Gdynia is the coastal port. Gdansk is the city. I believe it's really, really pretty. And of course, those all important overnights again. So it's so interesting that this ship is north based for most of the summer and then goes down to the south. Nicola says it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Nicola. Overnights in Jerusalem and Alexandria, Haifa in Israel, based out of Athens. And this ship is pretty busy. Overnights in Reykjavik, overnights in Lisbon, and again in Copenhagen. And we go to Pauillac, which is a small port outside of Bordeaux. So we're trying to, again, pepper our itineraries with slightly unheard of, more interesting destinations to tempt in those regular cruises that want something a bit different. By the way, Skagen in Denmark, I went there on my holiday a couple of months ago. Fascinating place, gorgeous town, right on the tip of the northern peninsula of Denmark, where the North Sea and the Baltic Sea meet. You'll always get some gems from me in terms of knowledge and destination, and it's a natural phenomenon. So let's go to, where are we now? Yes, we are in Ravenna, and we're talking about Celebrity, Constellation, and Infinity. So, Constellation first. This was the first ship I ever sailed on, and I love Constellation. We call it Connie affectionately. Easy to remember. 10 and 11 nights in Italy, in and out of Rome and Ravenna. Again, think about those overnights. You'll find more interesting, slightly off the beaten track destinations. We go to Brindisi. Sarah says a great choice of itineraries. Brindisi is new for us. It's unspoiled. It's untouched. Hina says, Leon, stop. I want to do them all. Join the club. Kotor with its fjords in Montenegro. Overnights in Dubrovnik, where you can do the amazing tour of all the Game of Thrones filming scenes, which I did a few years ago. So they're longer 10 and 11 nights. Celebrity Equinox. Now, again, this is a talking point because we haven't seen Equinox this side of the pond for many years. So whereas Ascent will do mainly 7 nights, look the comments coming through there. Ascent is doing 7 nights between Rome and Barcelona. Equinox is doing the longer 9 and 10 nights between Rome and Barcelona, with one from Lisbon there. Do you see that? And throughout the summer, people can enjoy the beautiful lawn club. This ship has been refurbished and revitalized from bow to stern, 85% balcony accommodation with the retreat. Don't forget that. Your luxury clients are going to love the fact that if they book a suite, they will be able to enjoy their very own private resort, as well as the best package with premium Wi-Fi and tips. Again, I'm just sharing what I think you should pull out and really use as leverage to sell celebrities' Equinox sailings all around the Med. And I'm a bit of a geek. I always think, all right, okay, where's something I wouldn't expect to see or that I haven't seen on an itinerary? Tangier, Northern Africa. We're going to come to that later on. That appears in some of our 9 and 10 night Med, but also those overnights in Lisbon. Who lives in Lisbon? Madonna. So, of course, you've got to be seen in Lisbon. It's a cool cosmopolitan city. Love Lisbon. Oh my God, great food, beautiful old town. Now that is Equinox, and I do want you to remember that when you're selling 9 and 10 night Med itineraries from Barcelona and Rome on Equinox, please make sure you tell your client that this ship has had a multi-million-dollar makeover. Look at those gorgeous private alcoves on the Lawn Club there. Can you imagine sailing into Lisbon, or from Sardinia, and having a glass of champagne in the Mediterranean sun? All the staterooms and suites. It has the retreat, the sun deck, the lounge, everything has been completely and utterly refurbished. I can see you're all there. Now, I've got to say, apart from Celebrity Apex, this is probably my favorite resort, not using the word ship, in terms of destinations, because you see such incredibly interesting and again rarely seen ports of call. Celebrity Infinity, again, another piece of news, is the first ever in our fleet to stay in Europe for our winter, because our Irish guests and our British guests have told us time and time again, we don't want to fly all the way to Florida or further afield. We do want to have a cruise with you in winter, and we do want some much needed sun. So we said, okay, we're going to keep the ship in winter. So throughout the summer, this beautiful ship is all over the place and does Turkey and Greece, and it's mainly 7 nights out of Athens. So if you look down that left-hand side, you'll see it's 7-night rotations, best of Greece, Greek islands and Turkey. It just showed you the destinations. And then when we get to the winter, Infinity will go over to Barcelona for the first half and do Canaries, Morocco, and Spain. And just to let you know, thank you, Harriet, I need to do them all too. When we do the Canaries, we do Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife, and La Palma. I think it's important to pull this out. And then the ship will then reposition for the second half of the winter over to Athens to do nice, long Holy Land holidays with that gorgeous, balmy winter sun. So I think our Irish guests and our British guests will particularly jump on this, because 2-3 hours and you're already in the sun. And goodness knows, we didn't get much during the summer. We're not going to get much at all in the winter. So Celebrities Infinity is brilliant for those people that want to get away and do something different, who are really driven by destination, love their city breaks, their culture vultures, but they want some sunshine. They want some warm weather. Have a look at that again. I pulled those out. Loads of overnights. I cannot underestimate the power of the 10-11 night Egypt and Israel, because to me, that's not one holiday. That is 4 holidays. 4. Because you're getting 3 city breaks there, one in Greece, one in Egypt, and one in Israel. And you're getting a lovely relaxed luxury cruise with Celebrity Cruises from Athens. Fantastic, fantastic itinerary. So consider Infinity and remember that when Infinity is based in Europe for the winter, this beautiful resort will be visiting North Africa, Morocco, 2 Morocco destinations, and those all important overnights in Greece, in Egypt, and in Israel. You try to do that on your own by land, it would cost you a bomb and it would be real hassle. Another thing that people tend to miss that I want to point out now, that Infinity will also be spending overnight in Portugal and Spain. Nice balmy winter sun in Malaga and Porto, one of my favorite cities in the world. I was there this year. I'm going back in October. To me, it's a cross between Venice and Lisbon. The green wine, oh my goodness, and of course the port, picturesque, colourful. The seafood is out of this world in Porto. Beautiful, beautiful destination, lovely people. Really leverage those overnights. So we've talked about Celebrity Apex, Celebrity Equinox, Celebrity Silhouette, Celebrity Ascent, Celebrity Infinity, and Celebrity Constellation. So what are our key learnings? What I like to do is wrap this up with all of the main takeaways because I gave you a lot of information, and remember you can download all of these itineraries from Celebrity Central. Headline number 1, 6 resorts in Europe, 2 of which are our ground-breaking edge series, Celebrity Ascent and Celebrity Apex. Our first ever summer with Celebrity Ascent is happening in Europe, 7 nights, Barcelona and Rome. And again, for those of you that sail from Southampton, you know, a lot of people, they still don't want to fly. They love the convenience of sailing from Southampton. They're going to have one of the world's top resorts based there. And again, great options for winter. Think about that easy connection to Barcelona, Lisbon, and Athens. Think about those overnights and think about that winter sun on Celebrity Infinity. And don't rule out talking about and selling the 11 and 12 nights because to me, they offer more value. And of course, you're going to get more overnights as well. It's like, as I say, 4 holidays in one. Before I finish, I just want to recap that we have this amazing site for you. It's dedicated to you. And it is called Celebrity Central. And Central is the key word here. You can spend hours looking for one image or one asset, can't you, for your digital or social media platforms. You don't need to do that. You just go to Celebrity Central. So focusing on the toolkit. I'm showing you a screen grab here of the main page that you will see when you click on toolkit. And then I've highlighted 3 collections, and we have lots of different collections. Again, if you want to sell Alaska or Caribbean or Galapagos or families or to the LGBTQ plus community, we have dedicated brilliant collections there where we've done all the work for you. All you need to do is click and download. So please spend some time looking at that part of Celebrity Central. Okay, so that's it, and I'm going to go to the big draw. Bear with me. Right, stop recording.